KEMPER PROFILER Tones and Talks, Season 3, Episode number 6, if I'm correct.
I don't know.
Okay. Hey, Thomas. Thanks for the input. Thanks for being with us again.
For the knowledge of the episodes.
And the current season has this current motto, let me throw that rig at you. And we will be looking at the third installment of this funny venture. And hopefully it's funny, but not only funny for you guys. And this time it's Thomas again who will be thrown at with a rig that I will throw at Thomas. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. And guys, let us know what you think, and if the stuff is not too crazy what we're doing here, we could of course store these rigs even with the tweaks we make, and then make them available to you guys if it's not some copyrighted material involved. So we would happily do that, but we will see if that's doable then. Okay, so let me throw that rig at you, Thomas, and I just warn you a little bit, it's very special. Okay. And I will show my screen a little bit for the moment, and it's the rig manager here. So you see the rig manager?
Yes.
Okay, so you can maybe expect what it could be. So you just see the amp, it's the Tube Thomson again, and I will stop this and just drag it over into our chat window here, and I will send it over. So that's how easy it is, people. Just share your rigs via Zoom or so, and there you have it. But before you open it, please close the guitar.
Okay. Yes, it's volume is down.
Okay, to be on the safe side. And then if you have I hope you have an expression pedal connected.
Yes.
Please put it to heel position.
Okay, expression pedal for morphing.
Morphing.
Oh wait, yeah, it's morphing pedal. Yeah.
Okay, heel, and to begin with, maybe take the neck pickup, but the volume down.
So need to
just to be on the safe side, because level-wise.
Okay. Neck pickup.
Volume down.
Volume
tone all up, maybe the volume on 2 or 3 max, and just try it.
Very soft with that. Okay. Neck pickup, bridge pickup, volume 2.
Suggestion: stay away from the chords, and maybe be more on the lower strings. If you think a little bit of bass or some monophonic stuff. So then try a little bit with the morph pedal. If you, it depends.
I don't look even at the signal chain or anything.
Okay. Yeah,
Just,
let's get into this afterwards. Right. So for the morph pedal, be also a little bit cautious. For the first approach, don't go above 2/3 or so. Leave a little bit air, and just open it slowly.
Oh, morphing doesn't work.
Oh.
Thought I had the morph pedal on. Need to check.
Don't worry.
It was set to pitch pedal. I thought I had the morph pedal on, but I was switching all day. Morphing is about to 1/3.
And
it's half.
And move it just a little bit.
Sound.
Yeah, so you got it. Oh, it's great when a plan comes together.
Yeah. So, totally.
Okay, yeah, cool. So if you want to have a look, no, first, what do you think?
Yeah, great, grooving, nasty, synth-like tone in the heel position, in the toe position, this one. More lo-fi with delay, which gives you this second tone, more nasty tone, more nothing like a lead tone, but this more dynamic change in the sound. So you have this basic dark Darth Vader tone, and then I don't know.
Right. And the beauty is, if you go with the morph pedal from a quarter to the third quarter, and if you use it like a wah-wah, then
it's in the toe position then.
No, just move it, just like a wah. Yeah, so that's I've been thinking synthesizer there, like if you would have a Moog, and if you would play like the intro to what was it, a Tarot Woman from Rainbow, you know, Tony Carey with all the filters and stuff and the delay. So that was the idea, to create something like this with a guitar for some crazy modern stuff, whatever. So yeah, and if you want to, we could now have a look at the
of course,
at the rig and start by, for example, yeah, even the rig, because I started with also morphing the rig level,
Okay.
the input.
Yeah, rig volume is at plus 0.3.
Yeah, and it's going down
Down.
if you increase the morphing,
Yeah.
because as some frequencies are pushed really hard, you're in danger to run into system distortion, which is not not recommended there. Okay, yeah, and then the next thing is this just this typical stuff, the compressor and the Kemper fuzz.
Oh, yeah,
It's
compressor really
just
high.
yeah. So really squashing it. That depends a little bit on the guitar. Then the
Yeah.
fuzz, there's the octa kicking
Yeah,
in
octave.
completely as well, and yeah, the pure booster is
Behind
giving
the
you
bus.
some boost. No,
Just at zero.
no, it doesn't even. Okay, and then the amp has some parameters morphed, but it's just the amp volume. Actually, it's not
Maybe
anymore.
you changed it via the rig volume.
Yeah, I try to tame it there a little bit as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and now the fun part is happening.
Okay. Okay.
So there's a little bit of stuff going on,
Let me show the people how this works while turning everything down, only the EQ and maybe the fuzz.
and as I said, move it slowly. And if you just play some single lines and you move it. No, stop. Bend it like some legato stuff. Just some slow. Yeah. So you see how this filter in real time shapes. Yeah. So that's the idea, like a synthesizer filter that shapes the tone as you play. To
Not
add.
not that hard as a wah pedal, which changes only the mid frequency. This changes a lot more. Great.
Yeah, and then of course in combination with the pitch, which is really important. If you try again.
Okay.
Because even with up and down pitch, with the frequency changes, you sculpt the signal pretty significantly. And the idea is to have, if you have the volume pretty low and you're playing and the morphing is at the heel position, you can play some synth bass lines on the lower registers of the guitar, pretty dry. And then if you're in the mid range of the morphing, you can play some riff stuff and add a little bit of delay, and then you can go crazy if you open up a little bit. If you think about it, I came up with it during the pandemic when I was desperate for video content because I wasn't able to invite people, and all this Zoom shenanigans weren't working as smoothly as they are working right now. So I was sitting there, and when men of a certain age spend a lot of time alone, they come up with weird stuff. And so I came up with this thing. And at that time, The Weekend with Blinding Lights, I think that was the song, was out there and big out there with the 80s synthesizers. And then a lot of people on TikTok were doing these dances to that track. And then I thought, okay, let's do a guitar thing out of this. And I did a version of Blinding Lights with exactly that tone, playing the bass, playing the synth chords, and then the theme. And yeah, with a lot of tracks. So that's how that thing came together. And yeah, with all the frequencies, it's very specific. It depends on the guitar, of course, where the sweet spots of the guitar are to really grab the essence of the guitar then. But with the Les Paul, it's right on spot. So that works pretty well.
I didn't play it at 10.
Yeah, so that's also a thing. It might get too whooshy, too soft, too over crazy with the gain stuff. So then I recommend to reduce the gain a little bit. But just go ahead and try.
Turning away all the time, turning to 3. And then the tone knob full up at 10. I think it's sounding better with tone absolutely down to get this synth bass sound. Let's check it just with the Les Paul at the. Same, cool. Did you do that with a single coil or humbucker guitar?
That's a good question. I think
Next question. I'd like to buy a single coil guitar.
Yeah, just go ahead. I think I did it with a humbucker. I think I did it with my Hamer, which has P rails in it. I don't know if you guys know the Seymour Duncan P rail pickups. They are basically humbuckers, fit into normal humbucker places, but they consist of a P90 and a single coil. So you can, if you coil split, you can decide that you, for example, if you want to split the coil, that you have a P90 and you switch from humbucker to P90. And I think at that time I did a lot with P90 in this Hamer, which is basically a Les Paul built, you know, from the body and the neck. That's mahogany and all this stuff. And so the basic tone that comes from the wood. But with the P90, it was a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more transparent, especially if you run down the volume knob. I don't. No, I
have a P90 guitar here.
It's in the other room. So yeah.
We can check with P90s. I'm really curious about how it sounds with the tele and how it cleans up with single coil pickups. Really volume turned really low. So. Yeah.
And if you use a pedal that's what I wanted to say before. Think of it as a vowel, like if you play notes, single notes. If you can do like what you would do with the talk box.
like that one better. More defined with
yeah, it's more articulate. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Maximum volume on the guitar.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. So that's Rage Against the Machine. I don't know.
Steroids.
4.0.
But let me check the P90's guitar.
Yeah. So maybe if Jay Weinberg is looking for a new cool project after Slipknot, a guitar player might him approach with a sound like this.
Okay, bridge pickup, volume 2.
Yeah, and no one played synthesizers.
Yeah. So this is really a nice rig, but we didn't take a look at the end of the signal chain. Just to think about it, I will show everybody. We have the metal EQ.
Yeah, I just added it for, this time I just added it a little bit for, what did I do? Okay, to beef the frequency, the middle frequency, to have it a little bit more defined, because with the sweeps and depending on the guitar and the distortion, the signal can get a little bit muddy. And so by making sure that this 800K area, 720 there, has a little bit more solid presence overall, I made it a little bit more compatible with various guitars.
Okay.
So you can take this away. And I did it also for morphing a little bit the volume to here again take the volume down a little bit to prevent system distortion.
Okay.
So, and then, by the way, this metal equalizer, the name is a little bit misleading, I think, because it's a great EQ if you want to, carve out some frequency range on the guitar for boosting or for shaping. It also works if you put it in front of the amp pretty well to quickly, put a notch to a certain guitar signal. If you want to have maybe, if you have to deal with, humbucker and single coil situations, it adds a lot of flexibility there. If you're just working with one guitar, you can get a lot more character out of this. And so the metal thing is a little bit misleading, but of course it works very well.
It's an EQ with parametric mid frequency.
Yeah, it's a single band EQ basically. Yeah. And and then there's just the old buddy, legacy delay, which I morphed the mix from 0 to season to taste.
Yeah. And it's nice when you play and you go back with the pedal. So let's check it. Here. You have this nice delay fade out then. And it even gets a tiny bit louder when you go back because the EQ changes and adds this a little bit more volume and gives you a boost on the delay while going back when you're morphing. So I really like that.
Cool. Huh. Yeah. And as I said, this was, I don't know. Yeah. As I said, it was the pandemic and like we all did, I was looking everywhere and listening to a lot of producers and, you know, Rick Rubin just briefly before he published his book on creativity. And I tried to just think outside the box and look at music genres which have nothing to do or not much to do with guitar and to come up with something new. And then, actually, mentioning this as well, that led us to when Erland Krauser visited again when it was possible. We did this video. The track was called "The Stand," and I gave him that rig, and he was using it for some things in between. You know, filtering some notes with his tapping. Playing some intro
stuff,
things. Yeah. A little bit more moderate than it was originally meant to be, but for him it worked. And so it's pretty flexible because you can dial the extreme effects down a little bit, of course. But it's a thing that also works well with bass. You just have to adjust a little bit the
maybe the chromatic pitch turn down.
Yeah, the -12. Dial it down a little bit, or even take it away. But for bass, it's also a pretty thing, because when you have a real, then you would be more like in Muse territory.
Or maybe baritone guitars.
Yeah, as well.
Down-tuned guitars.
Yeah, of course. I was at that time experimenting with, that was quickly after the Profiler stage came out, and I did that, the track for the Profiler stage video, and that was also in drop C, I guess. And I had one guitar I kept as a drop C guitar, and that was pretty fat with that tone as well. Yeah, so try this at home. I would say if you are just waiting to get off here to try more with that rig, maybe not.
I think too, of course.
Okay.
And every time it's this rig is something where you think different. This is the one. Don't think in rules. Put the booster behind, or it doesn't boost, but put the compressor really hard in front of the fuzz, totally compressed, and check out some weird tones. I would like to hear the amp without the effects. This is something which is really interesting. So very bright sounding.
That's the Tube Thomson we talked about.
Great amp.
Yeah, and pretty versatile. And you can basically destroy or change everything completely with the morphing feature is just amazing, because you can change so much at the same time
without getting some hiccups or something like that. So it
Right.
works really fine. And what I found out, you have 2-3 distortion units in front of a stack, and they sound nothing like muddy or ugly. It works when you stack overdrives and stack fuzzes. So go for it.
Yeah, and basically it's not weird stuff. Okay, the transpose is, if you want to call it, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit not the typical thing, but everything else, just regular compressor, fuzz, gain, an amp, a delay, and EQ. So that's basically it. And just because of you have 5 minions, 6 minions, or even more, dialing in stuff in real time, you would have to have like 6 or 7 people, or even more. No, 6 or 7 times 2, like 14 hands, to work at the same time. On a mixing console in the outboard rack. And now you can have all of this just in one rig in the Profiler. It's pretty amazing. And it's open to whatever. Maybe you guys come up with some weird stuff as well. And at this point, we'd like to encourage you also to, if you have some interesting, weird, crazy, amazing stuff, just do little videos about that and put them up. We heard enough Eruption and Sultans of Swing on the internet. So
crazy stuff,
do some creative, individual, crazy stuff. We need that. Okay. So if you have nothing else to add, to comment, or to ask at this point, I would say we wrap it up for this time, and we're looking forward to the moment when Thomas Dill says to me,
I throw that rig on you, at you.
All right. Yeah. So thanks a lot. Take care. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.